I don't know, if I think of Matt Welter, I usually think Alaskan Airlines, and now I think Hilton. I look at Spencer Johnson, I think Chase for whatever reason. Even though we've all done millions of different videos, it's just I don't know,
Right.
for some reason
Hmm.
things just stand out. And for you, no matter what, it's always well the trifecta. It's Roth IRA stuff, it's Morgan Stanley Platinum, and then it's Bank of America videos. Now, what's the deal with Bank of America, man? Why do they get such a bad rap? Why do people don't? Why? How come nobody's talking about Bank of America? Is it just not sexy? What's going on?
Well, I think, especially with the recent news coming out with them, just like, Wells Fargo, just like US Bank,
Hmm.
putting out all these like, fake accounts or signing up people for accounts they didn't ask for. Every
Yeah.
bank's gonna have their skeletons out of the closet. It's just
Mm.
that's how it's going to be. I can only speak from personal experience that Bank of America has always treated me right. I've banked with them for since I've been banking as a kid, and I've never had a negative experience with them. And
Hmm.
that is very rare to say because I know a lot of people who can say the absolute opposite. But because they've always treated me right, I continue to bank with them, and I think that they're a great bank.
Hmm.
And so I think everyone has their own opinion on what they think the best bank is, and we can all, hate on Wells Fargo, for example. They're the ones that we all like to hate on, is because of their presence in the news and what they did. But
Hmm.
some people they like Wells Fargo, and that's cool for them. So I think that you just have to figure out what works for you and kind of run with that.
For sure. And do you think that there are some? Because I remember seeing. Well, so your videos, of course, but I remember seeing Dave Hansen. I mentioned this on another live stream. He had a particular way of having anything covered in life up to 5%. Everything that he paid for in life was 5%. And
Mhm.
I think I remember one of his cards was the is it the Bank of America Preferred Rewards?
Yeah, so one of them is the Bank of America customized cash rewards card. I think
Uh,
that card is the only card in their system that is worth getting if you have no relationship at all.
hmm.
I would say it's very similar to the Blue Cash Everyday card from American Express in terms of
Oh.
its utility.
Hmm.
There's plus and minuses to both of those cards, but because it gets that 3% choice category for six different categories that are pretty helpful,
Hmm.
anyone could value from that for no annual fee. But then if you have the Platinum Honors tier and you get that 75% rewards boost, that's when it jumps up to 5.25% cash back. And
Hmm.
that's, of course, with a limit of $2,500 per quarter, which is,
Hmm.
it's not a lot, but it's still enough to really get you to where you need to go for most things.
Yeah.
And so that's one of those where it's very helpful. And not only is it great because you have that card, there's also analog cards to that card. So, for example, they have the Susan G. Komen customized cash rewards card, which is the
Hmm.
same type of card with the same things, but it's just called different. So you can get two of those cards, and that's totally fine. And then if you've
Huh.
got like the premium rewards card, unlimited rewards card, travel rewards card, premium rewards elite card, you can product change that card down to the customized cash rewards card. So now you have an army of no annual fee, 5.25% cashback cards, and that's great. And if you pair that with like the City Custom Cash card, which you could also get multiple City Custom Cash cards, you
Hmm.
have an army of 5% cashback cards where you can use for different categories with limits, of course.
Yeah.
Not everything's perfect, but I think that would be a great way to just start to like nail them out on top of all the other 5% cashback cards. Chase Complex, Discover It, you can name whatever 5% card that I can't think of right now, but there's so many
Hmm.
different ones you can add to that to cover all your categories. Oh, that US Bank Cash Plus, that's a good one. Um, you know,
Hmm.
that's how you can get to that 5%, all the things sort of setup. But there's a lot of cards, right? So there's simplicity, there's complexity. Some people are okay with using 12 or 15 cards to get 5% on like this thing, that thing, the other thing. Some people just
Hmm.
want to do like 3 to 5, where it's like, I can maximize some things, but not everything. Some people can just do like one, just do like the Fidelity Rewards, Visa, the SoFi, credit card, the Citi Double Cash, Wells Fargo Active Cash, those things.
Hmm. Yeah. Huh. That's pretty wild. I never, yeah, see, I didn't know about that. A lot of us just, I don't know much about Bank of America. So you're saying you could, potentially get like one of those credit cards that have, I guess, the limit of 2,500 per quarter on all three of them. So 7,500 a quarter, getting
Hmm.
5.25% back. That's pretty wild. That's very
Yeah,
wild. And
yeah,
and
it's
what's,
that's
mhm.
that's why they call it the end game setup, because that would
Hmm.
be the best way. If you could get a bunch of 5% cashback cards and they're all no annual fee, you can just call it a day.